Just kidding.
An oil lighter someone probably wanted to keep warm.
Bring it on.
Is it a most foolish thought? This is clearly the cause of the fire.
Well?
Oil lighters can continue to burn even after someone lets go of them.
Which means?
So using that the curtain was set on fire, using the oil lighter... Huh? Do you think the killer set up some sort of trip with it?
You are right.
The killer probably planned to destroy evidence by setting this warehouse on fire. It caused a fire to destroy evidence? It's the only reason I can think of why a killer would set fire to the crime scene, but... Or to file an insurance claim. Let's look at the body, guys. Never expected Nagato to die like this. He was always spouting nonsense about hope and trying to confuse the hell out of us. But even so, dying like this is just too cruel. Also, he wasn't completely useless. There were times we were only able to reach the truth because of him. But everything is good and bad about him is gone. We'll never be confused by him again. We'll never be saved by him again. No, now is not the time to think about unnecessary things. I need to focus on the investigation right now. Also, if he has that book on him, we should take it. For now, I need to investigate everything about this body that catches my eye. The tape on his mouth. He must have been in great pain. He clearly had this agonizing look on his face when he died. His mouth is covered with duct tape. Was this to keep Nagato from screaming for help?
This is bad.
Just what a horrible look on his face. The blood splattered all over it didn't help. That doesn't help either. It's a good thing his mouth is covered with duct tape, otherwise I wouldn't be able to look at him. Got a minute? Sorry, excuse me. Chiaki moved past Kazuichi and me and squatted down next to Nagato's face. And in one swift movement, she ripped the duct tape off his mouth. What are you doing?
It's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. I'll put it back right away once I'm done investigating.
Hey!
Putting the tape back isn't the issue, you ungrateful swine. You're gonna get cursed. The blood on Nagato's face, it looks like it must have came from the slice on his left arm. That's the case.
Man.
It's no use she's not listening.
Hey.
But the blood splattered on his face. There's no blood under the duct tape.
Huh?
What's wrong with that?
Well?
This duct tape has crinkles like it was sticking toward the inside of his mouth, right? Nagato was probably desperately moving his mouth under the duct tape. Seriously, what's wrong with that? She means Nagato's mouth was covered with duct tape before he got those wounds all over his body. So he tried to shout, which caused the duct tape to get sucked into his mouth a bit. Yep. But what's wrong with that? Is that something we really need to worry about? I don't really get it, but just put the duct tape back on his mouth already.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, this might be some kind of clue, too. I should remember it. I was gonna say, I'm like, watch it be something that the killer slips up and says something that gives them away. Okay. There's a cut on his upper left arm. His legs and right hand have stab wounds, but this wound looks like a slice. It's probably the reason why, that the wound on his left arm doesn't look that deep compared to his other wounds. Well, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that it's a hideous wound and there's blood everywhere.
Super difficult.
Something strange. Strange what?
See?
Alright there, Leo. Take care, get some rest. Rest up. And hopefully you are back up on your feet and back to duty super duper soon. Take care. Good to hear, kiddo. Take care. Look at the palm of his left hand. I think that blood is from when his left arm was sliced, but... Doesn't the blood splatter look strange? It cuts off right in the middle of his palm. It definitely cuts off. Maybe that's as far as the blood could reach when it's splattered. Well, that would explain the blood on his palm, but there's something else strange. When you flip it over and look at the back of his hand,
Well?
there's also blood, but only above the middle joint of each finger. You're right. Why is it only on this part?
See?
See, it's just as I said, right? It's strange, right? I win. Yeah, sure, you win. Alright, Whiskey. You take care of her. And take care, my dude. But it's definitely... I mean, it could be that he was... I don't know. That's weird. And that thing at the thing on the rope or whatever, where would that have gone? I would have thought like over his mouth or something, but I don't know, I don't think so. It's covered in blood too. It's definitely strange. What did the killer do to make the blood splatter like this? The knife is stabbed through Nagato's right hand. Did the killer do this? How could they do something so cruel? This knife, it must be from the military base. Military base? Ah, now that you mention it, you're right. It looks like a survival knife.
Well?
By the way, it seems the wounds on his legs and left arm were caused by that same knife. Which means after the killer was finished stabbing Nagato's legs and left arm, they stabbed the knife through his right hand.
It cannot be.
And then they finished him off with a spear.
How cruel.
Then does that mean the killer went to the trouble of using two weapons, a knife and a spear? But they could have just killed him by stabbing him with a knife. Why did they need to use a spear at all?
You are right.
It's definitely strange. Is there a reason they had to use it? A reason they had to use the spear, huh? The spear with the flashy ornament on its is impaled deeply into Nagato's stomach. There's no way around it. That looks like the fatal wound.
What's this?
Oh my, what's this? That's such a strange looking spear, isn't it? A cord extends from the tip of the handle, and there's an iron weight attached to it. I see. You use the cord as a whip to capture the enemy and deliver the final blow with the spear. Is this your first time looking at this too? Of course not. This is the spear of Gungnir, right? You definitely just came up with that now.
Hey!
By the way, I wanted to ask you, where did that spear come from? I feel like I saw it at Nezumi Castle? What? Nezumi Castle?
What the hell?
I was designed to be afraid of mice, so I can't go in there. Dang you mice, dang you all down! I see, even he doesn't know what's inside that castle. More importantly, I need to focus on the investigation. Oh, that's what that is. That's the thing that he whipped around. He probably whipped them around with that. No. But it says that this spear wound was a final wound. Or maybe he caught him with the spear, put the spear down, did all this, I don't know. The spear definitely catches my eye, but the weight on the end of the cord coming out of the handle looks like that part has blood on it too. But for some reason, the section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. It's about the size of a human fist. It's strange that the section of the cord doesn't have blood on it. Also, Chiaki mentioned this earlier, but apparently that spear came from Nezumi Castle. Might be better if I confirm that later. Spear of Gungnir. That's not feet, those are legs. Both of Nagato's legs are tied up. Each rope is tied to the pillars nearby. He wouldn't have been able to move at all. According to the Monokuma file, the wounds on his legs are all stab wounds. Does that mean the killer didn't just tie up Nagato, they also stabbed his legs? Why would the killer do something like that?
Damn it!
At any rate, it's pretty sadistic. The killer must have been holding a huge grudge toward him. They might have been torturing him. Torture? Huh? I mean, if they just wanted to kill him, they could have just stabbed him once in the chest, right? If you disregard the spear in his chest, the other wounds were inflicted for reasons other than killing. Which means the wounds all over Nagato's body were from the killer torturing him. If that's the case, what was the killer trying to make Nagato confess? Was it something that would have led to the traitor?
Even so.
Well, even if this was torture, there's no doubt that the killer must have held a deep grudge towards Nagato.
Damn it!
Refusing to let him die easily, I can totally understand a dark impulse like that. But even if they held the grudge against him, would they really have gone this far? Oh! Burnt rope? Nagato's right wrist is tied with rope, but it looks like the tip of that rope burned off. Could this be the result of the fire? It's weird. The rope is burned off like this. Why are Nagato's clothes completely unaffected by the fire when he was so close to the blaze? Okay, we just leveled. Level 61, my goodness. I guess I'm done with the area surrounding Nagato's body. Just, I can't believe I actually investigated such a grisly-looking body. Even I'm surprised at myself. Does this mean I'm used to it? My classmate's dead body is right in front of me, and one of my peers is the killer responsible, and I have to investigate his death so I can find his killer? And I'm used to something as abnormal as that? That would mean I'm becoming abnormal too. Okay.
So just as I thought.
If only everyone could go home, nothing would make me happier. No, we should finish the class trial and then we can think about what will happen after. Am I missing something here? I don't think so. Let's talk to everybody. It mattered for Gundam's killing and for Makan's, but it looks like it's different this time. It doesn't matter this time. It doesn't matter.
So
The time. It looks like the time doesn't matter. It was clearly written in the Monokuma file. The time of death was noon sharp. If it was at noon, what were we doing at that time? What were we doing? Well, right now it's time. It's 12:30. So it also has a clock function. Then that means Nagato died 30 minutes ago. It happened that recently. It's totally a fresh kill. Fresh seems like a bad way to describe it. If it happened 30 minutes ago, was it around the time we were struggling with the bombs? You're right, those fake bombs were originally supposed to explode at noon.
Right.
Which means whoever doesn't have an alibi for that time is Nagato's killer. This could be like when Nakamura died. The killer could have also used some kind of automatic setup. Also, the crime looks very detailed, so they would have needed time to prepare.
Right.
Then whoever doesn't have an alibi before we found the bombs is suspicious.
Huh?
Wait, none of us have an alibi for that time. That's when we all split up to search for the bombs. That's the problem.
Like,
Unless the rope was cut with the knife in his hand. Well, the burned rope, though, it says that it was burnt. So, I'm not freaking out about it like Kaz, but I definitely can't stop thinking about it. When the Monokuma timer reaches 0 2 days from now, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
that's obviously
This
wrong.
rotten school trip is gonna end, right? Finally go back home. Carefree till the end. Does that mean you don't think that'll happen?
Well, yeah.
Monokuma might be planning to make us do something after the countdown ends.
Hey,
You mean something?
shut up!
He's
Shut
making
up!
us kill each other, you know? What could be worse than that?
Damn it!
Oh no. But this is Monokuma we're talking about, you know? There's no way this will end smoothly with a countdown. Yeah, anyway, like I said before, if we screw up here, it's the end for us. For now, let's focus on the investigation. We'll think about the countdown after we live through the class trial.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Then don't bring up strange stuff like that. I don't know why that's there. I don't really understand why that's there with a hole in it and blood. She looks like she's deep in thought while staring at the ceiling. What happened? Is there something strange about the ceiling?
Yep.
Yeah, about that sprinkler. This one sprinkler head. That's one of the sprinkler heads that activated to put out the fire.
Well,
You can see a girder right next to it, right? There.
see?
There's blood on that. Can you see that red streak? Huh? Wow, you're right. I definitely see it. Looks like a small red line on the ceiling.
Perhaps.
Is that blood? Blood? The color definitely looks like blood, but there's no way blood could get up there, right? Plus, it's in a straight line. That's why I've been staring at it. I think it's strange. It's definitely strange. Just remember this. Now then, I guess that's enough investigating the area behind the curtain. The killer's goal wasn't just killing Nagato. There should have been another reason as well. If not, they wouldn't have gone to the trouble of tying him with rope and covering his mouth with duct tape. Not just that, there's no reason to inflict any wounds other than the fatal one. So what was the reason? It's like I better investigate other areas to figure that out. Alright, let's try investigating the other areas inside this warehouse first. Okay. Aha! There it is. We can look at it now. This is an MP3 player. There's even a speaker plugged into it. But why is it here?
Maybe.
Looks like the weird music was playing from there. You know that music that was playing when the fire first started? Yeah, you're right. Looks like it was busted from getting drenched by the sprinklers. There's no mistaking it, that music was playing from that MP3 player. I don't disagree with that, but why was the killer playing music from this? Maybe so you couldn't hear the murder. There are a lot of tipped over Monokuma panels. The panel near the curtain in the back is tipped over and burned. Did the fire do that? Why are they scattered like this? Last time I came here, I seem to recall they were all stacked over there. They should have been neatly put away. And all these look like they're all facing over there. Maybe we're the ones who made this mess? Huh?
See?
Look, the tipped over panel by the entrance is really close to the door, right? So maybe the reason these panels are tipped over is someone was trying to keep the door closed. Yeah, well, the thing that they're saying is that no one really has an alibi because we all split up to go investigate it in different places and then eventually made our way over to the warehouse. No, that's not the problem. But seriously, it'll be fine. With those words, I kind of brushed off everyone's warnings and slowly opened the door to the warehouse. It's not opening. Is there something blocking the door? I can barely open it. I knew it's a trap. And seriously, just stop it, okay? Didn't I tell you it'll be fine? I just gotta use a little more force. What happened to opening it slowly? Kinda ignored the protests and went with a mighty kick, the door flew open. Could it be? Was that it?
Well,
Hey, there's something else I've been wondering.
hey.
These Monokuma panels are tipped over starting from the entrance to the back of the warehouse, right? They seem to be lying on the top of each other in a straight line. Yeah, compared to the other tipped over panels, that line is the only one that's neat and orderly.
So,
Isn't this clearly strange? Strange, that means. We can speculate this was done intentionally. Yeah, maybe. They didn't want anyone to hear them screaming. Tons of books. There are a bunch of books stacked on top of each other. Apparently they contain Monokuma's poetry and photos. Sprinklers completely soaked them. I can't even turn the pages anymore. Well, it's not like I'm missing much. Tons of CDs. All these CDs, they're all copies of Monokuma's music. It should have been burned too. Alright, let's, I guess, talk to everybody? Mad if Monokuma's killing him for... Okay.
Hey!
Okay. Are they just gonna say the same stuff? Looks like Sonia is focused on investigating the warehouse. Which reminds me, there's something I needed to ask her about. Now that we've pretty much finished investigating Nagato's body, I think it's time to talk to her. Hey Sonia, do you have a minute? Yes, what is it? I want to talk to you about when that fake bomb Nagato set in the warehouse exploded. Huh? Right before it exploded, you said something like this, right? It is alright. It is not a bomb. Why did you know the bombs were fake? Well, that's not all either. When we were looking for the bombs, why were you at the military base? I thought you were supposed to be searching the central island. Plus, when I called for you, you didn't come to the factory right away. Where were you, and what were you doing during that time?
Oh my! It cannot be!
Do you suspect me? It is a misunderstanding. I'm not the killer. Jesus, you son of a bee. That doesn't sound anything like her. Sonia?
I am sorry!
I'm terribly sorry. I was panicking. I shall calm down and explain to you why I was at the military base. When I first explored the final island, I discovered a vast amount of bombs there.
Well?
At first, I was worried that someone might use them for nefarious reasons by announcing it to everyone. So I kept silent the whole time. Does that mean when you heard Nagato playing bombs, you got suspicious and went to investigate
That
them?
is...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were nowhere to be found. Because you were searching for them, you were late when we all gathered.
Please listen!
And because of that, I reached a conclusion. The bombs Nagato brought were from the military base, which means they were fake bombs. How did you find out the bombs at the military base were fake? Because I attempted to use one of them. What?
I see.
I thought one of the bombs would be strong enough to blast open the door in the ancient ruin. time, I still believed the bombs were real. I thought that I could use one of them to gain entrance to the ancient ruin. Look at Monomi over there. However, that plan was
a failure.
Oh, okay. He's talking.
The bomb was not real. It was merely a fireworks display. God damn it, all to hell!
I see. So that's why you're the only one who knew the bombs at the military base were fake.
I did. As did Monomi as well. She was also secretly peeking at the bomb. Which
Yes, kids,
means-
don't play with explosives. If those bombs are the same ones that disappeared, it would mean Nagato took them. That is why I knew it was a fake. However, I did think it was strange when Nagato blew up the hotel lobby. That bomb was real and I could not stop thinking about it. But upon further reflection, that might have been Nagato's plan all along. He showed us a real bomb to make us believe that the bombs he set were real as well. And so then Nagato's actions were extremely calculated. The problem is his reason for doing it. With this, I've explained
Do
everything.
you have a
There
minute?
should be no more reason for you to doubt me. You're right, I got it. Still suspicious. Alright, I've pretty much finished looking for clues inside the warehouse. I was able to find some clues, but there are still so many things I don't understand yet.
Hold it.
Hold it. You look worried. Yeah, I am.
Well,
At a time like this, it might be good if you broaden your investigation range. You mean it's good to investigate other places as well? You might be right, there are several things I've been wondering about besides the crime scene. The military base that somebody mentioned, the plushie factory next door, Nezumi Castle where the spirit originally came from, and Nagato's room too. If I'm going to understand the reason for his actions, I need to know more about him. Pretty sure the others have already finished investigating.
can you hear me?
Hey you guys, isn't it about time we leave this place and try exploring other areas too? I suppose that Chiaki and the others gather around her.
I see.
I agree, I was just thinking about proceeding to another area. It seems we had the same idea. But is it safe? There won't be anyone to guard the crime scene.
Yep.
We don't have a choice, there just aren't enough of us. Besides, we've investigated all we can here. Guess you're right. Also, it looks like the clues we found aren't enough to piece this incident together. So we need to search for them in other areas, probably. Well, alternatively, if there aren't any clues in other areas either, we'd have to give up completely. We don't really need to say that.
Hey, hey!
And it's okay if we leave this place. It's okay. Or, it's okay? There's no time for us to stand around. In order to survive, there's no other way except to do it. In order to survive, we need to find Nagato's killer. If we don't sacrifice that person, no one can survive. That's our reality. That's why there's no time for us to stand around. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, hi.
My,
I've never seen so many Monokumas in my life. Well, Monokuma isn't exactly someone you would normally run into. However, while I was staring at all these Monokumas, a thought occurred to me.
well,
The bomb that went off at the lobby might have been set up here. Huh?
do you have a minute?
If you hide the bomb inside a Monokuma plushie, it would make a frightening weapon. Do you not think the group that is forcing us to kill each other would devise something like that?
Amazing!
A plushie bomb is an act of terrorism.
Alright!
Let us rip these apart right away so we can confirm it. Oh, hold on. If there was a bomb inside these, wouldn't it explode if we carelessly messed with it?
Easy as pie!
Either way, it is all gravy. All gravy? What does that mean?
Enough already!
Stop, there's no bomb. You'll know if you just pick me up, see? All you feel is the soft weight of cotton.
I see.
You're right.
However,
And where did Nagato obtain the bomb used?
Who knows?
I wonder. I'm gonna give you guys a hint. Then you should know it wasn't from the military base. To tell you the truth, the bombs there are all fakes.
please wait.
I know that already. You should have said so earlier.
No.
Well, I thought if I kept quiet, it would foreshadow that a killing was gonna happen. That's why I'm just now telling you for the first time. Phew. Feel relieved. But if the bomb wasn't from the military base or this factory, then you brought it from the Octagon.
Well
I
done.
must say, you have a good eye there, Sonia. Putting a bomb inside one of my plushies seems like a splendid idea. Let's try it.
That is...
Did I say something I should not have said? It's not your fault, don't worry about it. Okay. I doubt there's anything else to look at in here. Break room is on the other side of the store. This is where we obtain the fire grenades. Nothing inside. There's nothing on the floor that looks like a clue. Not even trash. All right, so they don't want me to go in there. Excuse me. That reminds me, when we saw Nagato's video message on this laptop. Is he still watching us from somewhere? If he's not, then how did he time his message so perfectly? No, it looks like the video was set to play after the explosion by a wireless signal from the detonator. But why did he have to use a video message? That's the one thing I don't get. By the time Nagato should have already been killed, which means that video was recorded in advance. That's right, besides that video, there might be data on this laptop that could be used as a clue. With that thought in mind, I tried messaging around with the laptop, but it's no use, it's locked, there's no way I can examine this. But if it's locked, then maybe there really is something inside. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Apparently the bombs that were stuffed on this truck were actually fireworks. Reminds me, this truck looks like it came from the military base, and Nagato must have brought it from there. Other than that, there's nothing in particular that catches my eye. It's an enormous machine, but it's stopped for now. Looks like there's nothing related to the incident here. This song is pretty boss. Let's go outside. Yep. So here's the base. Okay, Kazuichi's here. Man. This dangerous place is the reason all this messed up stuff is happening. Leaving guns out in the open is totally dangerous. And seriously, they gotta take better care of these. It's easy to say that, but there's no one on this island who can do that. A huge supply of guns and other firearms are stuck into the truck bed.
Whoa!
Found it. Found what? The truck bed over there has guns in it, but I also found stuff like a survival knife. Like that's... Isn't that the same type of knife that was stabbed through Nagato's right hand?
Maybe.
Which means the killer obtained that knife here.
Right.
So the killer is someone who visited this military base at least once. It's everyone though. No, not me. This is the first time I've been here. It sounds fishy. Oh, look, there's a Monokuma there. When I tried looking through the truck bed, it's empty. Nothing's here. When I first came here, there was something on the trunk bed, which means Sony was telling the truth.
However...
And as I suspected, the bombs had disappeared. I thoroughly searched for them inside the military base, but the bombs were now nowhere to be found. Did Nagato know the bombs weren't real? It's possible that he thought they were the real thing. Never mind, he said as much as in his video message. So, were you surprised? And seriously, think about it. Do you really think there are enough bombs to blow up an entire island? Even if there were, a guy like me would never be able to use them. He knew the bombs were fake. He only did what he did to weed out the traitor. Was that really it? Did Nagato only do that to expel the traitor? Maybe there was a different motive behind his actions. Also, this Monokuma. Mine now.
I knew you could do it.
Thank you. He always believed in me. What a nice guy. You know what? We should save real quick. Okay. The bombs were fake. This might be fake too. But I'm not brave enough to check for myself. That dreadful helicopter, the one that executed Teruteru, doesn't have anything to do with the incident. I guess that's it for this place. Oh, weird. They call this the last island. Also, everything turned purple. Also, I just leveled up. You pooping a lot. Here, have a have some jewelry. Gotta get rid of the despair.